You remember from Hurricane Irma? It was just absolute shenanigans. Um, I'll link to my Irma videos in you'll find the little eye in one of these corners, and I'll link to those vlogs. But yeah, during Hurricane Irma, I don't think I had ever mentioned this in those particular vlogs, but in the bedroom, the near the windowsill, where the windowsill meets and the actual window meets, in one of the bedroom windows, there was an actual gap, like you can clearly see outside. And it had been that way. So like Hurricane Irma was like in September and it's December now. And the other day, I hardly ever open up the windows in my bedroom. So this gap was there. And after we realized that, I was like, oh, I need to put a maintenance order, because one, this means that there's air leaking out. Two, there's lizards that are probably like just freeballing it. Not freeballing it, just just like coming as they please, as if they pay rent in the place and coming into the apartment whenever they please. But also it's kind of a safety issue too. I mean, if somebody's gonna break in, somebody's gonna break in. We don't have any real security issues, but it was like one of those kind of things where it was a gap where like my mind was like going to the point of, what if somebody stuck a crowbar in there? They could just pop the window open and just come in whenever they please without really much effort. I mean, where the bedroom is, it's like it's right in open area, so it's not like in a shaded area where no one would not notice. But who knows what really goes through the mind of criminals, or just people with bad intentions or whatever. So anyway, so I finally put in a work order, and finally maintenance guy, he shows up, and I'm sleeping, and he comes, he's like, I'm here to do a work order, and I was like, okay. So I'm like trying to shake off the sleep that I got going on. And he comes in, and I pull back the curtain. What I was saying is I barely pull back the curtains because like you all guys all know, I work nights. So since I work nights, my blackout curtains are always closed. 99% of the time it's closed. If I have a long stretch of days off, then when I wake up, I open the curtains, let some light in into the house and everything like that. But usually it's closed. So I just happened to pull back the curtain like a couple of days ago, and I was like, oh snap, I never put that work order in. So let me put that work order in. Anyway, back to, the present day. He comes in, and then as soon as I pull back the curtain, he looks, he goes, oh. So anyway, so he looks at it, and he like kind of like does whatever it is that he's doing. And he says, I think I can fix this from outside. So he says, so if you hear me outside, then that's me. So I was like, okay. So he goes out, and I lock the door behind him, and I get back in the bed to lay down for a little bit because I had to go pick up Dan, when it was time for lunch. And it was like probably another, I think, because he came at like 20 minutes after 10, and I have to leave the house at least by 10:45 to get Dan for lunch. He was outside the window, and he was banging, and it was so much noise. It was absolutely terrible. I've been really suffering from these headaches for the past like week or two, and like the banging was absolutely terrible. I was just like not excited about it at all. So anyway, so that was one maintenance issue. Now before that, I had posted on Instagram, but I'll insert this picture here. And in that picture, what you saw was that was the microwave door in my hand. I got up late one night. I couldn't, I guess I was tired of sleeping or whatever, and I wanted to watch some TV, and I wanted a snack. So I decided I was gonna make popcorn. So you make popcorn typically in the microwave, right? Unless you're going old school, but that's not what this story is about. I went to go open the microwave to put my popcorn in there to pop, and the door came off in my hand. So I was like, what in the world? So that I went immediately in to put a work order in and be like, hey, the doors of the microwave came off. Like, what is going on? So like 2 or 3 days later, because I think that was a Saturday I put it in, so maybe it was like Monday or Tuesday, he the one of the maintenance guys comes and he's like, wow. No, Dan was home. And Dan goes, go open the microwave door. And the guy pulls the door and the door comes off in his hand. You feel like freaking Thor or one of these superheroes. You got the super strength and you pull the door. And he's like, wow. So he's like looking at it. He's inspecting it. And he goes, you know, I was born in the 80s and I think a lot of these appliances in these apartments are older than me. But then somewhere along the line, he was like looking at the labels in the microwave and he saw the manufacture date as in 2001. And he kind of looked and he's like, he was disbelieving that date. But in the meantime, he said he's got to talk to the apartment manager to see what they can do, because I guess they don't have like, you know, backup microwaves in case, you know, something breaks or whatever. So they probably have to order a new one. So that was like 2 days ago. I haven't heard anything yet. So I've got basically a microwave that's like half, like I still, you know, you can still use it because you pop the door back on, because you don't want to like use it with just the inner door because of the microwave, you know, the radiation. I don't know if that's the right word, but you know what I mean? You don't want to use it. So I always pop it back on. So it's just dumb. Anyway, that was the 2 most exciting parts of my life. So we finally got a new microwave. No more door in hand. Nice and brand new. I've been watching a couple of videos on YouTube, and I showed a couple of them to Dan. They're couples videos. You know, for those of you that were kind of like, you know, looking to see if Dan was going to make another appearance on the channel, I did show him a couple of them. He laughed, but I think we're kind of like on the fence about some of these couples challenges and stuff like that. It's like the one chip challenge. We were just like, oh my gosh, that just looks so painful. Like, I like a little bit of spice in my life, but that just like, I don't know if I'm into those type of challenges, like the spicy noodle challenge and all that stuff, like spicy foods in general. I got acid reflux. I'm too old for that. No disrespect to anybody that's older than me, but yeah, whatever. So yeah, I got a little acid reflux situation, so adding all that unnecessary extra spice does not make my life spicy. So I'm not looking forward to that. But I mean, you know, he hasn't totally negated collaborating like I'm some kind of big old YouTube star. He hasn't completely eliminated or like totally like said like he would never come back on the channel. But you know, we're trying to figure out ways, you know, to incorporate him and to like, you know, to make it a couples thing. The Christmas is coming, and I'm trying to find the Christmas spirit, but I can't find it, y'all. I have not put up my tree. I have a plastic tree that I've used for the past 2 years. I haven't put it up yet. It's kind of rinky-dink, not quite Charlie Brown, but you know, it's plastic, it's cheap. I got it from Walmart, you know, 2 years ago. And we'll see. The exciting part of Christmas that I'm really excited about is that my sister-in-law and my brother and their kids are all coming from California. So during their time here, my plan is to try and vlog and document as much as possible. I'm still getting more comfortable, well, trying to get more comfortable recording. I'm like not really into like the, you know, like, oh my gosh, gotta take a picture, or we got a video, and you know, it's just kind of like I'm just like kind of in the moment, so not quite, you know, like in that world. Like, I don't know, I guess I'm not a true vlogger, I guess, because I'm not like pulling the camera out or pulling my phone out to record every 5 seconds, and that's just me. I'm trying to get more comfortable in the long run, because I do like doing this, and I think I would like be a little bit more comfortable if I got an actual camera. So maybe one of my goals, like in the next couple of months, maybe, is to get like a decent camera so I can vlog, you know, outside of the living room, you know, and just, you know, kind of experience life. I mean, there's so many things that I want to do, you know, like I said, I'm heading towards this road of 40, and I guess, you know, maybe I have a bucket list, maybe not, I don't know. There's no true bucket list, but there is like things that I want to do, that I want to experience, I want to accomplish. So those would be some cool things to be able to document. Yeah. So it's December 7th now, and you know, while I'm not quite in the holiday spirit, I think one of the things that kind of holds me back from being in the holiday spirit is that I'm in Florida, and there's no real season change in Florida. Like right now, there's a lot of cloud covering. Cooler outside. It's not by any stretch, it's not cold outside. Like, I'm wearing long sleeves because it's comfortable weather. Like, this is like the kind of weather that I would have loved to have in New York all the time. But you know, it is what it is. But yeah, it's like that could be one of the things, and it just could be other things that's just on my mind, and I'm just not really in the spirit, you know. I'm just, like I said, you know, before, I'm just really like, I might not show it on my face, but I'm not bubbling over with excitement about, you know, Christmas and Christmas trees and everything. I'm just excited about my family all being here together, and kind of like just spending time and talking, and you know, seeing their faces and seeing how the kids have grown up, and seeing the cousins all together. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. All right, bye.